One. Well, first let's read through it. Who wants to read drawing conclusions, the paragraph? Jasmine, go ahead.
The Chinese learned to make silk cloth almost 5,000 years ago. They returned with gold, nuts, perfumes, and goods from the West. This trade route became known as the Silk Route. Many of the stopping places on the route became great cities.
Okay, so it said choose the answer. Thank you, Jasmine. Choose the answer that best completes each sentence. So from this paragraph, you can conclude that A, travel on the Silk Route was safe and easy. B, gunpowder was an unimportant Chinese invention. C, ideas were also exchanged along the Silk Route. Or D, prices charged in the West for silk were too high. What can we conclude? It didn't tell us exactly, but what can we conclude, Nicole?
Do you want to just say one, two?
Yeah.
Alright, I got C.
C, perfect. Ideas were also exchanged along the Silk Route. We know that they traded back and forth, they traded goods. But when we do that, we're also talking to one another, right? And we exchange ideas. All right, the next one. From the paragraph, you cannot tell, A, what kind of land the Silk Route crossed, B, the names of some of the cities along the Silk Route, C, what goods from the West traders brought to China, or D, when the Chinese first began making silk. Well, it's a tie. Do you think you both have the same answer? Or share with one another and then you can tell me together.
Yeah.
Okay, say it together. 1, 2, 3.
A.
It's not A. Good guess, not A.
B.
It is B. So you can't tell what the names of the cities were along the Silk Route. We knew what kind of land they crossed because they talked about they traveled long distances across harsh deserts and over high mountains. See, it was kind of hidden in there. All right. Go ahead and have your name on that. You'll turn it in at the end of class. We're going to do Unit 4 today in Springboard. We're going to start Unit 4. And you're going to go with me on this. Hold on, Mom. I'll come down in a minute. Have you ever done something that you completely regretted it, like 2 seconds after you did it?
Yeah.
I did today. I didn't want to be the nerdy girl anymore. I wanted to be cool like Tiffany. So when she approached me at the bus stop and talked about how she skips school all the time, and she does all this fun stuff, I thought, I wonder if I could do that too. I wonder if I'd look cool like she does. I mean, after all, Joey, the guy I like, always looks at her with big eyes and hangs on to every word she says. So when she approached me at the bus stop and was like, hey, want to skip school today? I immediately, without even thinking, said, yeah. Biggest mistake of my life. I don't even know what I was thinking. I'm not that cool girl. I'm the girl who follows the rules. I get A's and B's. I do the right thing all the time. But look at me. All to impress a boy, I skip school. And it gets worse. We go to the mall. I'm thinking, okay, easy place to hang and hide out. I'm okay. My mom will never find out. Wrong. While we were at the mall, Tiffany decided to show me that it's really cool to do what she calls the 5-finger take. I don't know if you know what that is. I didn't know. She stole something. We're right there. I'm not paying attention. I'm looking at something and she shoves it up her shirt. I freaked out. I immediately go out of the store as fast as I can and she's following me and guess what happens? Security gets her. I'm scared to death. My mom is gonna find out. I didn't do anything. They approach me, we're taken to separate rooms, and I explain, I show them everything I have. I don't have anything, sir. I promise I didn't do that. I made a big mistake today. I skipped school, I've never done it before. I wanted to be cool. And there's Tiffany saying that I told her to do it. Lucky for me, Tiffany's done this before, and they were watching her at the mall because she's done it at the exact same place. So they let me go, but they told me I had to tell my mom. I had a little bit of time to tell my mom before they were going to make the phone call. So there's my mom downstairs thinking I'm the perfect child because I get A's and B's and I always do my chores and I do everything that's right. And now I have to tell her that I made a horrible decision. I don't know how to do it. What I thought would be exciting and thrilling and make me feel like the coolest girl on earth made me feel like I was young and dumb. What was I thinking? Yeah, Mom, I'll be right down. I guess it's time to go fess up. Okay, what was that? Anybody know? Nicole.
It was like, I think it was just an act of, oh, this is how you choose your acting. So it was like a girl who was like really smart in school, but she like made the bad choice to hang out with someone that steals and does bad things. And then she eventually, when she did that, she figured out that what she had done to, go to the mosque, get to school, but she didn't steal anything. And so she had to confess her mom saying, I did this, and she had to take her actions and keep telling her mom.
Exactly. And what I did all by myself. You guys had no clue, right? You were kind of thinking, wow, Miss Farnes has lost it. She's completely crazy now. You're going to have to do this by yourself in front of our classroom. This is part of your EA1 for Unit 4. How do you feel about that? Give me a thumbs up if you feel like, you know what, I'm pretty cool with this, I can do it. Thumb to the side where you're a little nervous and thumb down that, oh my goodness, I am terrified. No. It's funny to see who's terrified and who's not. Do you know why it's funny? Because sometimes my most shy students are the ones who do really well with this. You right? And sometimes my really outgoing to Unit 4, Activity 4.1. 248. Thank you. Well, actually, we're going to go a little bit ahead of that. Let's go to 245. Thanks, Jasmine. Jasmine was on top of it. All right. So our essential question is, how do performers communicate meaning to an audience? Did I just kind of walk over here and go, yeah, I made a really bad decision and I decided to skip school and I'm going to get in trouble now? What did I do to communicate to you, Nicole?
You used a lot of action to describe what your attitude is.
Yeah, I described how I was feeling. What else did I do?
Emotion?
I used emotion in my voice, right?
You used your
I used my hands a little bit, right? We all do that, don't we? Especially when we get excited or nervous. We tend to use our hands. So performers communicate meaning to an audience through their voice and through what they do with their body, okay? Who can read the objective? Gabby. You can read it for my care, sweetie.
Okay. Identify the skills and knowledge required to successfully complete EA1.
And you guys know how this goes. We've unpacked how many embedded assessments now? Six. Nice. I knew you were adding it up in your head. We've unpacked 6 now. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to look for the skills. We're going to circle the skills, underline the knowledge, okay, for EA1. I want you to look at the scene in the photo. scene relate to a monologue? Anybody know what a monologue is?
I think a monologue is like a movie where you're doing your own.
Like you're by yourself doing a movie? Okay, I like that.
Don't you just like bring in those things that are off of your head?
You can, that's kind of improvisation. A monologue you're actually going to write. Improv is a lot easier in some ways than a monologue, because a monologue you've got to try to stick to your script. Kim, did you have something you wanted to add?
Oh, I was gonna say like you act it out instead of it being like on the screen.
Yes.
Like do it in
So-
person.
Do we see only one person on the stage?
Yes.
Mono. The root mono means one. Uni mono. Who remembers that in your Greek roots? Uni mono. Mono meaning one. Okay? So this is a, look at that audience.
Scary.
They're clear up in the rafters. Aren't you glad you don't have to do that?
Yeah.
Note to self, should we do this in the theater? Just kidding.
No.
We're not kidding. Okay, so let's read the unit overview. We know that we've got to unpack the skills and knowledge needed for EA1 because we're always looking at the end in mind. We're looking at, here's the test at the end. So we've got to decide how this unit's going to build us up to meet what we need to do on that test. Who can read unit overview? Nicole.
In this unit, you discover the rights. Writers make choices about their use of language based on their intent, right? Just like a performer or
Presenter,
makes choices about oral and physical delivery. To prepare for academic assessment, 1, you will practice reading and analyze poetry as well as the poetry, various characters in group and individual performances. The unit will finish with an opportunity
Opportunity.
for you to perform a scene from a
Shakespearean comedy. How cool is that? So, you know, the cool thing is EA2, you're going to perform scenes from a Shakespearean comedy. How many of you are like, okay, I can do the comedy, but if you asked me to do Romeo and Juliet, I would be like, gross. Are you okay with comedy? I think comedy is a little bit easier to deliver. If you're okay with comedy, give me a thumbs up. If you're still nervous about it and you're like, oh, I don't want to act in front of a bunch of people, thumb to the side, and if it's a thumbs down, that means I am terrified. I am absolutely terrified. Okay, so we know in this unit, we've got to analyze poetry and narratives and look at the various characters that they're portraying and individual performances. There's going to be a lot of performing. So don't go, I'm sick, because you're going to have to come back and perform it anyway, okay? That's a part of the standard, is that you've got the speaking and the listening. And you're going to do this more and more as time goes on in school. 8th grade, you'll have to do this. Wow, in high school, there's a lot of speaking. Okay, so get used to it now. All right. So here's our goals for the unit. Who can read goal 1? Someone who hasn't read yet. DeMar.
To increase textual analysis skills across
Genres.
genres.
Thank you, sir. So just like when we analyzed text in the past, when we're looking at what the deeper meaning of it is, you're going to do the same thing, only you're going to do it in poetry, and you're going to do it in the personal narratives, autobiographies, that kind of thing in this unit. Who can read the second one? Matt, please.
To strengthen verbal and nonverbal communication skills.
I like that I asked Matt to read that. You know why? Matt is really good at nonverbal communication skills, and he doesn't even realize it. Did you know you were? Like right now. The eye movement back and forth. He's very, very good. I can tell the kind of mood that Matt is in by how he carries himself and his facial expressions. That will serve you well, sir, when you're doing a monologue. All right, Kimberly, you want to read number 3?
Oh, to improve overall
Oh, oral. It's
Oral.
okay. Which is voice.
fluency and
Presentation.
presentation skills.
Okay, so you're gonna, as we keep doing stuff throughout this unit, you're not just gonna be, okay, we're gonna learn about this stuff and then EA comes and you have to perform a monologue. You're gonna start performing this week.
Awesome.
I know, I love this unit, it's like my favorite. And it's gonna help you with oral fluency, how you speak in front of people, and it's gonna help you with presentation skills. And remember, you're still gonna have to present your PowerPoints on those great leaders that you did last week. So that's gonna help you as well. Finally, last one, Isabel, will you read the last one for me? Collaborate, Okay, so this is where EA1 that we're gonna unpack today is all on you. You're the only performer. EA2, we've got a little snapshot of it. You're gonna collaborate with a few people to perform a Shakespearean comedy. Does that make you feel a little bit better that at least the second go round it's not all on you?
Yeah.
Good. Can I share something with you? Just like I'm being recorded right now, you will be recorded for your monologues and your Shakespearean comedy.
No.
Okay, simmer down, simmer down. It'll be fine, you guys will do great. Okay, so right now we need to preview the unit. So I want you to turn to the next page in the table of contents. We've got our metacognitive markers. The wow is an exclamation mark. Wow, that looks interesting. I need to see at least 2 wows as you skim and scan the table of contents. The question mark is a whoa, that looks challenging. I need to see at least 2 of those. And then the asterisk is hey, that looks familiar. And trust me, there are some things in there that you're going to be like, hey, I remember reading that. So kind of take the next 3 minutes and skim and scan and metacognitively mark. Flip your page, sweetie. You don't have to look at everything, just something that jumps out at you.
Miss Farnes,
Mm-hmm.
instead of drawing that thing, the big thing, taking your time, can you just draw like a little star with X?
Yeah. You don't have to be all fancy with the asterisk. Anybody see anything familiar yet that we've read before?
Yeah.
Who wants to share what it is? What was it? And what is it? What's the title? The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Tamara, you were not in our class, but I am a big Edgar Allan Poe fan.
She has a big book.
And yeah, I do. Should I show it to him?
The Raven. It's really creepy to
Okay.
watch.
So, we read The Raven. And we're going to read The
My cousin
Raven.
has that book.
Do you? Cool. I might like your cousin. So you guys can look at this little book of Edgar Allan Poe poetry, if you want to. But we're gonna read The Raven and we're gonna analyze it. And you've already had a little experience analyzing it, right? So it shouldn't be as hard. Anybody see anything that they thought looked familiar other than that one? Nicole? And what is the title?
It was like introducing the strategy called.
Okay, yeah, we've done choral reading, haven't we? So we kind of know what that means. Cool. All right, what about something that you have a question mark? Did you want to share one that you found we've done before? Is that what you want to share, Jasmine? Did you find one that looked challenging?
Yeah, it's the The 12th night.
The 12th Night. Shakespeare. How many of you have ever read even a little portion of Shakespeare before?
No.
I'm going to give you a little bit, okay? Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. For if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.